Today on Rarely Reviewed Foundations, we will be testing out the Jerome Alexander Airbrush Foundation Spray. I've walked past this about 100 times in the As Seen on TV aisle in my local drugstore, and I've always wondered if this was legit or just a money grab. So we're going to finally test it out today and find out. I'm starting here with the shade Light. Now, I actually didn't purchase this in my local drugstore because they only offer it in the medium shade. But if you go online, you can see that there are actually 12 shades to choose from, and it comes with a brush. Normally, I'm not a fan of brushes that come with makeup products, but I have to hand it to Jerome. This feels like a pretty decent brush so far. As you can see, I sprayed a little in a cup first and then dipped my brush in. A little tip I picked up from one of my longtime favorite YouTubers, Makeup by Allie. It works well to keep the foundation from spraying all over your room, but I will also try spraying it directly onto the brush in just a moment. I have to tell you that, first impression, I'm impressed. This feels really light on the skin, the coverage is beautiful and buildable, and I love that the light shade has a nice neutral undertone to it. Now, you may wonder if I've ever used a similar product such as the Dior Airflash, which has now been discontinued, or the Sephora version of the Airbrush Foundation. Yes. Well, as far as the Sephora brand went, I swatched it in stores but never bothered to purchase because all of the lighter shades pulled straight orange on me. However, I used the Dior Airflash for quite a while. I liked it, but I found that sometimes, especially towards the end of the day, it could start to feel just a slight bit drying on my skin. The Jerome Alexander contains these 3 products, which are supposed to help this foundation look fresh, youthful, and reduce the look of fine lines. Now, I don't know if I'm imagining it or it's because I just applied it, but it actually feels better right now on my skin than the Dior Airflash. As I'm applying the rest, let me give you a quick overview of the basics of this foundation. Okay, I am shocked. This not only feels better on my skin than the Dior Airflash, but looks better too. So if you ever tried the Dior but felt it was too drying for you, you might want to give this one a shot. After my regular skincare routine, I used a little bit of hydrating primer, and this is giving me such a pretty, glowy lit from within look. It's supposed to have a matte finish, but I think my previous skincare is helping it to look that way. So I'm guessing if you use matte products underneath, it will look more matte. I don't know. If anyone out there has tried that, if you'll please let me know in the comments below, I'd really appreciate it. But for way less than a bottle of the old Dior Airflash, you get this really pretty, soft, dare I say, airbrushed look. And as a side note, this brush worked great with the product. I wouldn't say you need it if you have a similar kabuki style brush, but it works really well with the foundation. I'm giving this 2, somewhat surprised, and enthusiastic thumbs up. And of course, we'll provide you with swatches for comparison. Thanks so much for being with me as I tested out this rarely reviewed foundation, and I hope you have a beautiful week.